just to give you an example for stuff like, hi everybody, welcome to the video. I want people to I want people to realize how much of a pain in the butt it is to have a phone. I mean, first off, have a phone without a kickstand somehow. Not that phones all need kickstands, but that was a thing that a couple of phones had. It was kind of cool. I'm just here doing a bit of a workout. Not thinking about phones, I'm just kind of talking about them because I figure... oh no, I don't know what I was talking about. I was watching my show and it took so many minutes. And I used to have a Windows phone and you just click the button. You just click it and just trying to stretch and watch TVs. My headphones were hurting a little bit more, so I did a shave, do you see? Don't drip on the sweater. Do not drip. Good candle. Sure, why not? There we go. That's something kind of cool to look at. Hey, I'm just like doing my workout on, 16 millimeter or whatever. The lens flare joke is a hit with the Spielbergs or something. Someone about videos. Something about... you ever wonder why black swans are black? But they might not just be black. You ever been to Australia? Don't go now. Don't go now. I mean, I know I'm using energy and I'm streaming whatever and I'm uploading videos and whatever else. But going onto a plane. That was unexpected. Going onto a plane. It's true though. Man, I look like a ghost. I'm so white. Should go outside more. I'm rail thin. I could play Mel Gibson in a... Parents would be disappointed. Did you hear that? Oh. But they're trying to help them. Murderers don't sleep at night. They're rat. Oh my gosh. This show's actually pretty funny. The children show that's not Jim Carrey, but it's Neil Patrick Harris and 3 wonderful actors, children, and a group of misfitios. Led by Neil Patrick Harris. I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode. So, part of what I practice some of the time when I feel like I need to remind myself to use low energy, I mean, there's days that I use no energy. Try my best to keep all of the energy inside of my body. But, you know, you gotta eat normally. Sometimes, I mean, like, I did intermittent fasting in university. My uncle was talking about something like that. He's got, like, this special, oh, you wouldn't believe, you old Joe. What's up, Uncle Joe? Yeah, so I order these meals I want to tell you about. And you talk to their kids and they're like, oh, fuck, my dad, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck it's disgusting. I'm like, is it like special food? Like, spending all this money to not eat? I don't know what, like, is that... Part of me is like, maybe I could make up a scam like that. And then the other part of me is like, why would you ever make something like that up? Like, it's like you're tricking people to think that they need you for some reason to be able to, like, package up your food and ship out the product. Oh, we did it. We packaged the food and shipped the product. Packaged food and shipped the product. But, that being said, I don't grow coffee in my backyard. And I damn well don't have honeybees buzzing around in my backyard neither. Rocking the bees, rocking the bees. Flex those knees, you gotta flex those, please. Flex that stem, flex those arms. Ouch. Oh my gosh, maybe not flex those arms. Flex that stem, flex those legs. Give 'em a little bit of wobbly praise. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom. Oh yeah, this is funny because they're like in this bureaucratic hospital. Spoilers, because that's really what the show's about. No, the show's just real fun, man. It's just fun. I'm curious, like, if I breathe normally next to the flame, what's gonna happen with the lens flare? And then when you're finally in. The important thing about stretching is to go a little bit past what your regular stretching is and do your best to use as little energy as possible to hold your position. Oh, and I'm like getting help of the table to lift my arm up even further. I don't know if it was because of any particular thing, but let's just say I thought that one of my arms was not great, but it turns out that their parents could still be alive. Spoilers. I'm trying to be conscious of the fact that... See, this is... I should show you guys some of this. Because it's just like... This is just a broomstick that I found on the beach. Of the lake that, like, gives everything. That's probably why they call it Lake d'Or. Oh, frick. I was gonna lie about catching fish up there. Yeah. But I did throw some guts and heads back out into the ocean on a line with a guy. Yeah, it was the guy who did it. Yeah. Yeah, I was just hanging out, talking about mushrooms, playing with the kids. I'm just joking. Oh my gosh. See, and it's that easy to lie. You just say a part of something that's true, and then a part of something that you think might be funny, or something else that you've heard somewhere that might also be true, or that you saw in a movie is a good way that people like to get caught lying. Sorry, we just had like a con artist come to the house recently, and it was hella fucked up. Ouch. Oh. See, this arm is like, I think that I haven't, like, given my tendons, let's say. I don't know whether, I'm sure that my cousin, the doctor of physiotherapists from Australia's, that's how they pronounce it now. Trying to promote tourism since the fires. Fucking, like, I'm sorry that I brought it up, but it's something that I think about. But, you know, it makes me happy that I have friends that are living in Australia, and they're all A-okay. You know? So it's an amazing loss that has happened, and it's horrific in a number of ways. But, you know, like, not not all buildings stand forever. Sometimes you think that the Blue Jays are going to win the World Series, and then all of a sudden in the ALCs, you know what happens. And we're not even sure if that's true. He just said ALC and it sounded right. So that's another way that you can kind of convince yourself that you may or may not be lying, but the ALC might be right. I think it was the American League champions. Yeah, that's right. Because they were playing one of the cities that has lots of... So I should explain this. I'm pushing forward on here and, like, trying to stay strong, and also, like, pushing backwards that way, because this is the muscle that's really bothering me right now. And I didn't know that it was bothering me until, if you remember earlier when I was rolling, but, like, it's kind of crazy because my hand's, like, starting to be numb, but, like, I can still have, you know, it still works. Oh, don't do a lot of that. Don't do that. Just a strong recommendation for this show that I'm watching called, the, Canadian staff writers supervising art Gundin. But you know, it's based on Warren Tuckle, so who's to know what Doug Stea's really gonna do after the assistance meeting with Unit 2. You know, I think the main theme was better the third time that they tried it. You guys aren't gonna get any of these jokes, but if I start making grandma jokes about stuff, I might learn about grandma a little bit more so I can make jokes about the episodes of the show with, like, the Moby Dick references and, like, trying to say something about post-industrial. There's a lot of really interesting, smart stuff that they're trying to teach the kids a little bit about while they're watching the TVs. And also, like, why you might want to stay away from some strange people. Oh. And, like, sometimes you're the one that needs to be the one to help or to do the right thing. Because there's nobody else around a lot of times. People have what they call the... You know, like, they figure somebody else is gonna do it. They made up a label for that. Oh, back into the labels, are you, Joel? Oh, it didn't take long. It didn't take long. How do you identify as a being of light? Separate my flight. Don't change that right now. You gotta rate it high. It's a thumb or down. That's what you got. Time's up. By the way, it is 1 o'clock, so I probably shouldn't be singing like that. Blackberry, stop recording. Hey, you want to hear my Chicago accent? I don't know if that's a Chicago accent. Let me, get into character. Oh, there's too many. You know what? When people are doing the accents on the YouTubes, I'm gonna try my best to do an accent the whole time that I'm talking on the YouTube. That would be a feat, right? That's what I think I might want to do on the YouTube. And then I'll review it, and I'll be like, all right. See, this is how an actual Irish person comes. An Irish person comes. That, like, doesn't ring a bell. I always think of Irish people as going. Does that count as a dad joke? Is that a dad joke? Ooh, see, then I can do fun games like try and get the stick into, like, another corner of the mirror. Like, oh yeah, that's good right there. So, if anyone is curious, I feel like I'm not trying to show you my muscles, because they're not really like muscles, they're just flexy nothings. But I should probably try and, like, get rid of my grandma muscles up here, right? It's like all that loose skin now, right? Actually, it's better down here. Yeah, that's still gross. It's weird. It's like starting to become loose. It's like the top of my hand is sort of... You know when you're dehydrated? It's like kind of like that, but it's not kind of like that. So that's the noise of me deciding to start pulling down on this, like start pulling down on it. See, and then it taps onto the radiator, and I decide, because I'm low energy, this is where it needs to be. That was an accident, and then I hook my finger onto the radiator. I'm just describing this because you guys can't see. This is going to be not interesting at all. GoPro start recording. GoPro start recording. Where are you, GoPro? Just took a breath in. And ruined my friggin'... When you're making a video like this, it's super hard to even be talking to you guys right now. Which is good. Oh. Why do you think it helped the other day when I was just doing that shit all day when that con artist was fucking trying to fuck around with us? I'm not saying that he's a con artist. I think that he's in transition. I think he was a con artist. I think he was very good at doing strange things. He's a strange man and he's a good actor. But it's like me and the other guys are kind of like, we've watched enough TV to know what's going on here. They're brainwashing you from the TV. Don't trust that man. Oh, no, but it's like you meet people though too, and they get to you because you know that they did speak some truth as well, and you're just hoping that the words and the when something hits people for real and fuck that guy up. I should turn on my sunglasses. We didn't fuck him up. We just like yeah, but you know what we did? We did what Crick used to do when he was watching the baseballs. And he used to go like, oh, I hope that's not jinxing. Oh, frick. I mean, it makes sense that I found an affinity towards this pole. my childhood subconscious of like it's cool. I'll review that cartoon later. Maybe even the comic books. Yeah, man, I should just review stuff. Like, I bet with like comics I could probably figure out how to like call them or something, you know? Do like a calling thing. Do like a Colleen thing, you know? Did you ever have a Colleen? Like, did I have a Colleen? Oh my gosh. Do I have a Colleen? I have a sense of humor, that's for sure. Huh? That'd be a funny movie. You're like a sleeper agent for like just a breathing, demonic sounding voice. That's what it would be called. It would be a spoof on The Matrix and all the, like, 13 Ghosts movies. 13 Ghosts movies. It's one of those things that this is not something that I would recommend for everyone because I'm like a little bit double jointed, so this kind of thing, it's actually really nice and I can feel it going all the way down my like thumb nerve things pulling, and it like feels kind of awful and great at the same time. Anyone who has like major you know, the hip thing that people like fall over from? That's like a major one where I feel like if you stretch out the butt a little bit more, if you stretch out your butt, what else can we do with your butt? Should we put it out? Yeah, let's put it out. Come on, superstar. Oh, fuck me. Oh, yeah, because now I'm pulling on from the fingers. You know this because shit is fucking crazy. Get yourself a broomstick. What did I call this thing? I should like get some Dutch oil or something, lather this thing up a little bit. I have a feeling that my audio on this is like, you can't even read it. I should probably stop. Oh, you guys can't tell, but I'm leaning my thumb on the couch a little bit. And sometimes when you do a lot of stretching like this, you can push your body a bit and just like remember to be kind, but remember to like also be kind by stretching as well the day after. People are like, when am I gonna have 29 minutes? When the hell am I gonna have... When am I gonna have 44 minutes? Play audio and video, please. So, if I were to give this movie here a Netflix rating, it would be one single thumb up, which is actually a great rating because it's the only rating that you can give to to anything with a thumb. Like, did they get rid of the rating system? Because it was so cool, because it was, like, tuned to you, too. Like, now they're always like, it's the only thing that I had on my thing that was, like, close to not, you're gonna absolutely love this thing on Netflix. Except for if you, I mean, like, you know, you like the last couple Dave Chappelle things, but, I don't know. I mean, like, you like his entire TV show and the last couple stand-up specials that we've had here on Netflix, but, oh, geez, I mean, it could go either way with this one. And, like, I remember thinking that at some point in the comedy thing, like, what is this the joke that they thought that I was gonna... Because, like, most people don't understand what it's like to be trans unless they're trans? You know what I mean? It's like, no one knows what it's like to be me unless they're me, right? So I just find it really odd that people don't see the relevance of the amount of information that we share with one another as human beings. We're bound to have problems. We worry. Some people lie a lot. Some people lie because they don't want to reveal information, or they'll keep things hidden because they don't want to reveal information, or they'll throw information away, or whatever else, as if, like, your past matters. Like, we all know that. Save me, Obi-Wan. So, orphan, your night, Obi-Wan. Is that too close to copyright infringement? That was an accident. But, hey, I don't know, people have this attitude of, like, that the world's doesn't need a savior. I'm like, I don't think that the world needs a savior, man. I think that, like, a lot of people need to start owning their own shit. You know? And that might sound rude, but, like, if you are recognizing that a lot of people are, like, and I get it, because I won't tell you my story, but, just for example, my story. Fuck this shit with stories, man. People do it as, like, some sort of, like, proof. Like, so, before right now, I just want to, like, open by letting you know that I give a lot of money to a couple donation places that are really happy with my donations, if you know what I mean. You know, I recently acquired about $1.2 million of assets recently, and I'm like, alright, man, I thought you said you needed a lift somewhere. Are we gonna eat, or... He's like, I'm just gonna need about an hour and a half of your time, and no one is allowed to speak while I'm doing that. And I'm like, am I allowed to, like, exercise or, like, do anything during when I'm gonna be bored to death by what sounds like complete fabrications? And also just, like, who are you, don't we all know each other? It's not a way to know each other. It's not a way to know each other. It's so weird. But maybe that's just tied to my bullshit of, like, the Ontario shit. You meet people and they go, what do you do? And I go, well, one of the things that I do is look for my frickin' remote control so that I can shut off my TV. Yeah, don't eject yourself quickly. That's not a recommendation as well. And you're going to be a little bit tender from... Okay. So, see what I mean when you're stretching? You might be doing an action like this, and you're, like, holding your stick and pushing your button that you need to because you don't want to move a lot because you're expending a lot of energy while you're flexing and stretching, and watching TV or, like, listening to music or going for a walk or having to listen to some asshole in your parents' kitchen. I shouldn't be calling him an asshole. He actually seems like he is in a... You ever feel like you go through life and there's a certain amount of stuff that you say that, like, seems like total bullshit? And it's just what we go along with, right? This guy is in the process of understanding that. And understanding that you can't just do things like throw a bunch of money at something and feel like you're helping or solving a problem. The best way to do something is to physically do it yourself. And I know I haven't, like, done a whole lot, but I considered, like, helping to mentally save. It doesn't matter, man. It's... I take on so much from other people and they don't understand how much it affects how much it affects me, and I need a lot of time to myself, and I need to be able to be outside. I need to be able to see different things. I'm not cool with, like, the same type of thing all of the time. I like differentiation. I get bored. Can you tell? Can you tell I get bored? And so I prefer to be doing something. And so that's why it's like, maybe that's why I rearrange the house so often. I don't know. I don't think I do it so often, but I think that, like, I switch up the house at least once a year. Probably, like, throughout my life. I would say once or twice every year or two. Maybe, right? Once or twice every year or two. That's pretty accurate. Does this look weird? I, like, shaved my chin thing. I think it's okay. I was gonna get rid of the mustache too, but oh my gosh, I almost just burned my eye out on the thingy. Huh? See, like, you can almost see the tendon, well, you can't. I'm trying to show you on the bottom part of my arm. Can you see something? Is it something that you can say? Do you know what I'm doing without burning myself on a candle? Lens flare? Lens flare! So see what I mean? If I like feel myself doing something or stretching, whatever, I'm like, okay, fine, you want to do hands out flex? Let's do it. And then it reminds me on the other side to pull down even harder, and it just like flexes everything up again. And then I remember, oh wait, I'm not flexing my stomach. I gotta do that, and I gotta flex my legs, and my like right leg goes all crazy because there's like a specific problem there, and then you're like, oh, okay, cool, I got a specific problem there, I gotta check that out. Thank you for telling me what's up with my body there. I was gonna spend the last little while not talking, but my buddy was saying that, like, I don't want to make a bunch of boring videos, I should try my best to chat. Like, but people like pause too, right? Why don't you let me know down there? Have a good one. GoPro. Soy Blackberry. Hey Google, stop recording. Hey Google. Okay Google, stop recording. Android phone. Did I mention that I miss Windows Phone? I don't know if they could do that with a video, but I do miss the button that I could just press on the top of the video. I guess we can probably do that. Bye.